All right, today I want to talk about the Laowa Ranger Super 35 lenses. These are new lenses from Laowa. I saw them at NAB and was just shocked at how small these lenses are. I mean, if you take, these are the PL mount version, and if you have a coffee cup, just to give you an example, that's a pretty crazy size for a lens, or my iPhone 12 or whatever this phone is. It's pretty small. It's a pretty small lens. I would say it's kind of the same size-ish as the Tokina 11-16 maybe. But I've had the set in on loan from Laowa, and in that set you get an 11-18, 17-50, and a 50-130. They are all have a constant T2.9 aperture that goes down to T22. And they are parfocal, so it's a really useful focal range. Got 11-18, which is great for establishing stuff, gimbal stuff. If you're maybe hard mounting it to on the outside of a car, inside of a car, to get in an interior shot, it's really good for that. And then the 17-50 is the kind of the Swiss Army knife lens of this set, in my opinion. It's just a great general purpose lens, really good focal range, and that's the lens that I've used the most with this set. And if your budget, if you're looking for a cinema zoom lens and you only have the budget for one of the lenses, then I would say the 17-50 is probably a pretty safe bet to purchase if you're going to purchase, or if you only have rental budget for one lens. I would say the 17-50 can cover most scenarios for you, unless you're filming sports or wildlife or something. Then you might want to use the 50-130, and that's a great focal range, 50-130. Like I said, great for sports and wildlife and all that. 130 is not super far of a reach for wildlife, but on the KOMODO X, when you drop into 4K, it gives you a nice extra little crop. So yeah, super versatile focal range. And the fact that they're so tiny, you can throw them all in your bag when you're, out on location or walking around town or whatever. And, it's not like carrying 3 Tokina Vista lenses in your pack and your back. Well, thank you. And, I walked around with these a number of times around town all day, and I was able to walk the next day no problem. And that's a huge bonus because my back is super jacked up. Now, as for the performance of these lenses, I would say that from a sharpness perspective, I would say that they are acceptably sharp, kind of like how I would explain how I would describe the Laowa, the nanomorph zooms and the nanomorphs. I would say they're acceptably sharp. You can definitely get a nice sharp look out of them. And even at T4, it's still sharp, but it's not clinical sharp like you get on maybe the 18-35 or even a Vista or something like that. And that's a good thing. That just means you have another option of lenses, and when paired with the KOMODO X, for example, with it's high resolution sensor, 6K. I guess nowadays it's that's mid resolution, but 6K resolution, really detailed image when you pair that with a really sharp lens like an 18-35. Unless you're filming product stuff, I typically like to throw some diffusion in front of it just to kind of take that digital edge off, especially with filming interviews and stuff. But with these lenses, they aren't super sharp like an 18-35, and that lends, in my opinion, for skin tones to look more pleasing. And that's probably one of the first things that I noticed when I was reviewing footage with these lenses is, well, especially with the KOMODO X, which is pretty much all I've used these lenses with, the skin tones just look really nice. And that's a huge bonus for these lenses, which, are really geared towards, commercial and documentary filmmakers. And, for documentary filmmaking, that's a huge bonus to have, really pleasing skin tones just straight out of camera and not have to rely on diffusion filters and all that. So from an image standpoint, I'm really happy with them. I think they look really nice. They lean a little bit more towards a characteristic lens as opposed to a clinical lens, and that's okay with me. I think there are a lot of options for really sharp clinical lenses already out there. So I think it's nice to have some more lenses out there that have a little bit more character, especially with these digital sensors that are just super high resolution and really detailed, having some kind of more character / vintagey kind of lenses. These aren't super vintagey, but I don't know, I just think that is a nice option to have out there on the market. So yeah, overall, I'm really pleased with these lenses. I think they're really good performing lenses, and I think their build quality and performance justifies the price point at $2,000 ish a lens. And I think if you get the set, then you get a little bit of a break, which is nice. And even if you get the single lens, it still comes with a hard case, I believe. So that's really nice, just to help you kind of protect your investment. And then if you get the 3 lens set, then it comes with one case that's cut out for all 3 lenses, which is nice. I mean, it's like same with like the nanomorph zooms. Those come in a nice hard case, and it's just nice to know that, like, you know, you're spending this money, you're investing this money in a lens, and they're going the extra step to give you a nice hard case to help you protect that investment. So I'll leave links down in the description below if you are interested in purchasing these lenses. I think these will be great lenses for owner operators out there, but if you don't have the budget for them, definitely rent them out. I mean, that's another option. You don't have to own every piece of gear out there. You can always rent whatever gear that you need. And you know, if you're starting out, that's something that, you know, is more recommended, just to get the content that you need without breaking the bank and going into debt for gear. Never recommend doing that. So yeah, don't just buy a piece of gear because I say it's good. Just get gear that is suitable for your workflow. And if you're looking for some cinema zoom lenses that aren't super clinical and sharp, then these are definitely worth a serious look. But I still would recommend trying to rent or borrow them or something to see if they actually fit the look that you're going for. Well, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.